So, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another show. We're going to speak about Aouar. Shock. Spent most of the summer talking about Aouar, only for it to not happen. Traditional, typical Arsenal way. But before I do start speaking about Aouar, make sure you smash the thumbs up on the video, subscribe if you're new, and make sure that if you want to win a football shirt of your choice with any name and number on the back, make sure you download HOTMIC. It is in the chat. It's not in the chat, it's in the description. It is also free of charge. Use my code Lee623. It is massively important you do that. And the winner will be announced at the end of the month, 1st of November. The winner will be announced. If you want to win a signed and framed, or be in with a chance to win a signed and framed Thierry Henry shirt, make sure you download Flick. All of these links are in the description. Go to the Thierry Henry chat in Flick and put 2 emotes into the chat. It is literally that simple, and you can't miss it. So make sure you go and check that out. But we are going to speak about Aouar, who was apparently very, very close to signing the deal with Arsenal. And it didn't go through. Now, there's a number of reasons as to why it didn't go through. And one of them is the fact that his agent, apparently, who is his brother, how many times do you hear these stories? The player's agent, who happens to be his mum, his dad, his brother, his dog, his cat, his sister-in-law, twice removed. Why? I don't get it. They're not going to be acting on your best interests, are they? They're going to be acting on, oh, I need to make a few quid out of this. Well, it turns out that one of the stories that's come out is that his brother, his agent, wanted 10 million quid to do the deal. Now, I'm sorry, I may come across a bit dumb. A lot of you tell me that a lot, to be fair. but 10 million quid to do a deal that we could have done if he hadn't nosed it up. I don't really understand. Like, he wanted to come to Arsenal. They accepted the bid, apparently, and the agent wanted 10 million. Well, you've stopped us doing that deal. So that's one story. The other story is that we just peed off their president, Ulas, and we didn't put the acceptable money on the table, and he told us jog on. I don't know where I sit with this. It could go either way, couldn't it? Let's be real here. One thing I do know is that we do want him. We do like him. We rate him as a player. We had Fabrizio Romano on the channel 6-7 weeks ago, whatever it may be, right at the very beginning of all of this Aouar saga. And he was saying that the Arsenal board want him. Arteta wants him. They really like him as a footballer. He's open to the idea of coming. He only wants Arsenal. He doesn't want anywhere else. So how didn't this deal get done? And does this mean that we're going to go back in for him in January? Now, listen, January is notoriously a hard window to do business, especially of big names. And he is a big name out there. He played for France. He made his debut on Tuesday, I think it was, against Ukraine. They won 7-1. After the game, he was asked about the whole Arsenal thing, staying at Lyon. And he said, look, I just wanted to stay where I was. So obviously he's not going to stick it out there and say, yeah, I wanted to leave. He ain't going to do that. He's contracted to Lyon, and I wouldn't expect him to come out and say, yes, I wanted to go to Arsenal. But one thing I will say here is if I was him and it was his agent, his brother, that has cocked that deal up, I'd sack him. Family or not, I would sack him. So I don't know, man. I'm just looking at it thinking, listen, we're linked to a couple of other players in that position. Buendia is another one. We're linked to him. That's in this window. The window shuts next week, next Friday. Could we get him in for now and then go back to Aouar in the summer rather than January? We could get Buendia in, get him on a loan deal, send him back to Norwich, by which time Aouar is then available again. Because I can't see Lyon really wanting to get rid of him or letting him go in January. That's going to be difficult for them. They're trying to get back into Europe. They've got no European football. Another one that we've been linked to is Szoboszlai. And Szoboszlai is a very good player. And he would cost less money than Aouar. Now, me personally, I think that with the January window coming up, it's going to be an opportunity to try and get rid of some of these players that are dead wood. The problem we have is the fact that a lot of them are coming down to the last 6 months of their contract by January. So then are they going to say, yeah, okay, we'll take a transfer fee, and like we'll get a transfer fee for them and they go? Or are they going to negotiate a deal overseas where they don't have to go? They can just sit on their wages for the last 6 months of their contracts and do a deal elsewhere. I don't know. One thing I do know is this club has very poorly managed its money over the last 7 to 10 years. And we are now in a position where we've got so many players on top money that don't necessarily want to leave the football club. And yes, that is kind of hard to get rid of them. At the same time, when you have PSG offering Socrates a deal on a free signing and Arsenal going, no, we're not letting him leave for free, we want money for him. Well, why would you do that? Because he's going to leave for free. You ain't going to play him. You're going to keep paying his wages. You should have just let him go for nothing. You've not put him in the Europa League squad. That makes no sense to me at all. I genuinely don't get it. But just coming back to Aouar, would you like to see him signed up in January, or would you wait until the summer, or do you not even want him at all? Would you go for Schloberschlei, or would you go for Buendia as a short-term fix before we got Aouar, or would you just go for Schloberschlei? I can't say Schloberschlei. Would you go for him? Let me know. Leave it all in the comment section down below. And if there is any other suggestions out there, give me your names. Who would you take instead of Aouar? Listen, we need somebody in that midfield that's pulling the strings and passing the ball off. We haven't got anyone that can do that, really. So potentially we do need somebody. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Let me know who your preferred choice would be. Also, don't forget, download HOTMIC. Link in the description. Use the code. Download Flick. Make sure you do both. T-shirt giveaways on both applications. They're free of charge. Excuse me. Make sure also you follow me on Instagram, LeeGunner82. So go and check that out as well. Facebook, the lot. All the links are in the description. Make sure you go and check that out right away. And I'd really appreciate it. So listen, you all have a wonderful Saturday night, whatever it is you're doing. I will be back about lunchtime tomorrow. And we'll go through some more Arsenal-related stories tomorrow. Have a wonderful Saturday. Laters, peeps.